Find the inverse of f of x equals the rational function 2x plus 3 all over x minus 2. So there's a four-step process here, right, in order to find the equation of the inverse function. So the first step would be to replace f of x with y. So we're going to put y equals 2x plus 3 over x minus 2. Right? The second step says every x becomes a y and every y becomes an x. Here you got to be a little bit careful, right? So this y should become an x. But look on the other side, there's actually an x in the numerator and in the denominator, right? Each one should become a y. So we get 2y plus 3 over y minus 2. Right, the third step is the key step. We have to solve for y, right? We have to get y by itself. But the issue is that there are two y's in the equation. Okay, so let's do a little bit of algebra. Let's just cross multiply these. Okay, so we'll get x times y minus 2 equals 1 times 2y plus 3, right? It's just a 1, so we don't need to really write that, right? So now here there's a y on each side. So we have to somehow combine the y's, right? So in order to do so, the key step here, let's get everything with the y on one side and everything without a y on the other side. So what I mean by that is, okay, let's distribute through the x. So we get x times y minus 2x equals 2y plus 3. And once again, this term has a y in it and this term has a y in it, okay? So any term with a y will move to the left. Any term without a y will move to the right. So we'll subtract the 2y to the left side. Okay. So notice I'm going to do this in steps, right? So xy minus 2y minus 2x equals 3 here, right? And now, okay, wait a minute. This term does not have a y in it, so I need to move that over to the right then. So I'm going to add the 2x to both sides. Notice that here we get xy minus 2y equals 3 plus 2x, okay? So what was the whole point of doing that? What was the whole point of getting all the y's on one side? Okay? So the key step here is we want to factor it out, okay? So we can factor out the y from the left. Notice once you take out the y from both terms, we get x minus 2 equals 3 plus 2x. And then finally, right, we can divide this part out. So y is going to equal 3 plus 2x over x minus 2. And this guy here, right, this guy here is actually going to be the equation of our inverse function. So assuming we've done everything carefully, we've made no algebraic errors, we've followed all the steps, right? In this case, this is going to be our inverse. Oh, wait a minute, this looks a little bit weird, right? It's actually the same as the original function. So that does happen very rarely, right? But in this case, the equation for the function and the equation for the inverse are exactly the same.